for volume is equal to 1/3 of the base times the height. So the base we have here is a circle, okay? And we definitely need that in order to find the volume of a cone. And so that big B, anytime you see a big B in a formula, it's usually for volume, and that means you need to find the area of a two-dimensional base. And in this case, we have a circle here. So the dimensions we need to know in order to solve for the volume of a cone are the height that runs from the top point there all the way down to the center of the circle on the base, and then our radius of that circle there on the bottom. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at a relationship that the cone has to another shape, another 3D shape, and maybe we can get a better understanding of why we use 1/3 in our formula for finding the volume of a cone. And it says here the volume of a cone is 1/3 of a cylinder with the same radius and height as the cone. So as you can see here, this cylinder and cone, they both have the same height and of course the same radius. The circles there, the bases, are the same. So here we have a cone. It's flipped upside down. Let's say it's filled with some fluid, okay? And we want to see that when we pour this fluid into our cylinder here, we get just 1/3. Okay, so we could take 3 of those cones filled with, say, water and pour it into this cylinder here. Okay, so that's why we use 1/3 times the base times the height. Pretty neat. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually solve a problem for finding the volume of a cone. So for this example, we're going to use 3 for the radius and 7 for our height. Now remember, the big B stands for a two-dimensional formula, and here it's going to be for a circle, which is pi r squared. So let's go ahead and just fill in here. So we know that pi is 3.14, and we're going to multiply by our radius of 3 squared. Well, 3 squared is equal to 9. We have 3.14 times 9, and this gives us 28.26 centimeters. Let's say we're working with centimeters. Okay, now we just need to multiply by our height. Up here, that's the last thing we need to do is multiply big B, which we found big B, which is the area of a circle, and we got 28.26 centimeters, and now we're just going to multiply by 7. Okay, this gives us 197.82. And so now the last thing we have to do is divide by 3. This fraction here might look a little scary, but really it's the same thing as just saying divide that by 3, and don't even need to use that. That's usually how I tell my students to work it out. Okay, it just means divide by 3. And so here we're going to go ahead and divide by 3, and that comes out to a volume of 65.94 centimeters cubed. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you next.